We all have special moments in our lives. Perhaps it was the moment our child took his or her first steps or his or her first words. Perhaps it was the moment we were kissed for the first time or the moment we took that high school diploma or a college degree in our hands. Whatever those moments were, we captured them and often share the joy, the pride, and the excitement, the emotional experience that made that moment special. Just as we captured a special moment in our lives, haiku poetry captures a moment at a time, creating and sharing the joy, the wonder, and the perhaps profound emotional experience that exists within that moment. So good morning class. For today I would like to discuss about the haiku poetry. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the sample of photo of mountain rock. Therefore, can you identify the feature of haiku that makes it different from any forms of poetry? Okay, very good. So now, you are going to choose one photo of nature and I will give you a 1 minute and present it on the class. Ready? I hope so. Haiku is a form of poetry that focuses on a brief moment. In a time and the sense of sudden illuminations or enlightenment, haiku is usually composed of 17 syllables and a 3 short line. The first line often contains 5 syllables, wherein the second line 7 syllables, and the third line 5 syllables. A haiku is usually written in present tense, with fu's at the end of the first or second line, and it normally doesn't rhyme. And now, you have to do a slideshow about the composition using the photo of nature, then you are going to choose as the backgrounds. Okay, are you ready? So, influence of regional features of poetry. Why did the Japanese and Chinese poets work a lot about nature? I think it is due to the natural feature of the east coast of the Chinese continent and the climate particular to the main Japanese islands, and also we cannot forget the presence of the animism still remaining in our lands, in Japan, Korea, and in China. So when we really classify the climate in the world, it can be divided into the 3 regions, which is the deserts, grasslands, and forests. In deserts, the ecosystem is rather simple, but lack of water is making life tougher. Quick decision making is always necessary for survival in such an environmental, and therefore, strong leadership is requested. Monotheistic religions such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam started and flourished in such an environment, while animism died out early under such conditions. Next, let's take a look at culture. So, culture nurtured in grasslands, Europe, and most of the North America continent belongs this mild weather grassland zone. Since the climate is mild, polytheism had been thriving for a long time. So Greek mythology, Norse mythology, and Celtic mythology were standards beliefs for a long time, and Christianity entered and changed people and life. However, a touch of animistic rather, that habit will still remain in certain places in China, Korea, and in Japan. There are many forests due to the monsoon climate with lots of rainfall. Nature in this region is milder and the polytheism is still believed, persevering animism in this region. I believe that these conditions play a part in the want to wear nature poetry, including haiku and other short poetry on the nature. There is plenty of food in the forest and life is much easier. On the other hand, typhoons shows the destructive power of nature. Haiku is productive of a monsoon climate that brings both richness and harshness to the people living there. Now, it is your time to shine to do so. Are you ready for the slideshow that I will give it to you? If not, you have a lot of time for the finalizations or on your slideshow. Take your time. Here's my conclusion. What has happened to haiku, which had been neglected by the Japanese during the Meiji era, and which was criticized as second-class literature after the World War II? A general mass of people in the world are writing haiku like poetry, and nowadays top class, which are also writing haiku. And the winner of the 2011 Nobel Prize in Literature is also haiku pen. I am happy to think that haiku, which was one labeled as second-class literature, is now recognized as the first literature. The shortness of haiku and the descriptiveness of haiku have come global. So anyone can write a short poem called haiku, and anyone can read and appreciate its worth. I strongly believe that haiku can serve as a bridge to cross cultural differences. We should all write and appreciate haiku to achieve mutual understanding among ourselves and bring peace to the beautiful planet. Thank you very much for listening.